Hi, it's Murray from resurrectedman.com and author of The Man Plan. Today I want to talk very quickly about the absolute worst source of calories that you can put into your body. And this is the worst way you can do it. Drinking calories. That's absolutely the worst. Because it's already in liquid form, there's no digestion really required for whatever's in that food to become bioavailable. And so, meaning there's no thermogenesis. And when you drink your calories, we're talking about drinks that have a high sugar, glucose, simple carbohydrate content. And that's going to spike your blood glucose level, so you're going to become hyperglycemic, and you're going to respond by having a massive surge of insulin. And that's going to remove more glucose than it should. It's going to take you below this zone. So you want to stay in this zone. I've spoken about this before. You want to stay in this zone. If you're in this zone, it's not too much, not too little, just the right amount of glucose in your blood. And so your body's not pumping in insulin to try and manage it. So, but what happens is when you spike your blood glucose savagely, your body over-responds and it takes you below this safe zone into hypoglycemic, and you get cravings for sweet fatty foods. All right, and that'll spike you again, and then you have this roller coaster ride. Now, what's really detrimental about this is that big chunk of glucose that's removed from your blood and sent to your liver is converted into triglycerides, and then they're transported to your fat cells, and it's stored as fat. And this is how you continue to get fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. Primarily around the midsection, you start to develop a apple shape, and then you're on the way to metabolic syndrome, which is just one station away from adult onset diabetes. You become insulin dependent because two things are going on from doing this, and that is that one, the beta cells of your pancreas are starting to burn out because they're just pumping in so much insulin, they're starting to get overworked, and they aren't able to produce the same amount of insulin as they did when they were healthier and less abused. And also because your cells are getting bombarded with insulin on such a regular basis, they start to become kind of resistant to the insulin. So now that your body needs more insulin to have the same effect, and you can see we're getting into a problem zone now because the beta cells are already starting to burn out and having trouble producing the insulin, but you now need more of it. So you become insulin dependent. So absolutely don't drink your calories, because this is the worst way to do it. Of course, you want to avoid all foods which are high in processed sugars or simple carbohydrates. But in particular, if you're going to cut just one thing from your diet this week, cut any drinks that you're drinking which are very, very high in calories. So soda or soft drink, we call it in Australia, stay from those. Stay away from bottled juices. And if you're putting lots of sugar in your coffee or tea, just stop doing that. Find something else. If you really do have a sweet tooth and you really want to eat sweet stuff, then I recommend you get an alternative to sugar. Don't get an artificial sweetener. Try something like Nutvia, which is from the stevia plant. So the stevia plant produces a sweetener. It's a natural, 100% natural sweetener, and it is like 4 times sweeter than sugar, and it has 1/16th or 1/32nd of the amount of calories as actually sugar does. It's really remarkable stuff. It's expensive, but it's totally worth it. So that's all I wanted to say. Stop drinking your calories, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.